How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. After more than 10 years of not paying for cell phone service, I finally started paying for it. Today's video, I'm going to talk about which carrier I finally chose, how much I'm going to be paying for, and which carrier you should choose in order to pay the least amount. Now, out of these more than 10 years, how did I get away with not paying for anything? Initially, when I started working for startup companies, they usually give me a company phone. So then I chose to not have my own personal phone and just use the company phone. Now, a lot of people are not comfortable with this because they think that, oh, you use their phone number so then they can see everybody that you call. Now, there might be some privacy issues, and this is generally the main thing for most people that do not want to use just their employer as their main cell phone. It wasn't that big a thing, and I never got into trouble with them looking at my phone bill and saying, there's some issue. Why are you calling this, new potential employer or something? Because, it doesn't really say the company name on the phone bill. At some point, my employer did not offer me a new cell phone plan. So I decided to move over to this thing called Freedom Pop. They had this WiMAX sleeve thing at the time, and then I got it and I used it for a year or two. And after this, you can actually buy an iPhone, get maybe 1 gigabyte of data or something. So I had an iPhone 5 for maybe 3 years or so, and I did not have to pay any monthly fee for this. And then yet after this, I used Unreal Mobile for 1 year. I also got 3 months worth of Mint Mobile that I kind of used in parallel to Unreal Mobile. So, it didn't really do me any good in terms of saving me money, but I was able to try out this service. Murray actually sent this as a gift to me. He is a subscriber of this channel. So my Unreal Mobile expired. Freedom Pop and Unreal Mobile is actually cutting off all these ties with Sprint. They're like divesting a lot of their customers to from Sprint into Ting, and then their other service, they're selling this to someone else. So it seems like the whole company is being sold bits and pieces to other companies. So out of these 10 plus years, you can see if I were paying for real cell phone service all by myself, it's probably $50 or more. So you multiply this out, it's roughly between $6,000 to $10,000 that I saved. With this money, you can buy a small car instead. But really, I don't really go around thinking, oh, I have, $50 extra per month, so I'm just going to spend it on restaurants or whatever. Instead, I take this money, save it, invest it. And this allowed me to have a bit more financial freedom, which is one of the causes for my ability to reach financial freedom a little bit earlier than everybody else. So over here, I want to show you guys all the devices that I got from Freedom Pop. You can no longer get these Sprint devices, and neither would I recommend it because I had to go through a lot of hoops. My experience has been they like to charge you left and right for these random service. You might be pushing some random button and you accidentally added yourself to some plan, and then all of a sudden you have to pay $7 a month. They also do some sort of automatic top-up thing. So even if you don't really want to use any of that, they require you to put $20 in, and this serves as some sort of credit for whatever thing that you happen to use. And what happens is if you do not log into their web portal every single month, they're actually going to expire this $20 and you can never get this $20 back. So all in all, I feel like working with this service is just horrendous. And I've used it for 5-6 years, and I don't like it, but then, they were giving me free service. So I was, going, okay, I'm going to deal with it for now because I have it. I got it all set up. But now that they are getting rid of the Sprint service, I am not jumping at the opportunity of signing up for their other service, which is tied to a different network. So to give you an idea of how many devices I actually signed up, all these are mobile hotspot thingies. You can plug this into your computer. I can get 1 gigabyte of data back in the day, 2 years ago, not anymore, for each of these devices. So I have 3 of these. I have a mobile hotspot. I have the cell phone itself, the iPhone 5. I had another USB dongle that I don't know where it went that also gave me 1 more gigabyte. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gigabytes of data every single month. And I kind of like rotated through this and got free internet for, I don't know, a couple of months or so. But it was like a huge ordeal because every single time I finished 1 gigabyte and I had to monitor it. I have to go, okay, I'm almost done with this 1 gigabyte. Let me switch over to this one. So you know, all in all, it wasn't worth my time. It was like this crazy thing, experiment, I would say, that I did in order to try to get free internet. Right now, I no longer do this. I only did this as a trial. Right now, I just pay for it. I think it's like $50 for my internet. I get like 10, 12 megabit or something like that. So what's left here? I can no longer get free mobile service. So the best I've seen is maybe $10 to $15 every single month. So I'm like, okay, I'm okay with paying this amount just so that I can avoid all this hassle with Freedom Pop. So I looked all over the internet and I've tried Mint Mobile, I've tried Unreal, I've tried Freedom Pop, I haven't tried Ting or Free Up. Let me go through some of these networks. So over here, Mint Mobile has this deal where you pay $20 a month. You buy 3 months of it, so it's $60, and then you get 3 months free on top of this. So this is in total $10 a month as a promotional rate, but then afterwards they're gonna want you to pay more, right? So I decided to go with this for 6 months. This is just for the next 6 months. Maybe if later on they want me to pay more, I might just cut off this number and just go, hey, you know, I'm just gonna get another promotional offer, whatever they have at the time. It might also be $10 a month. It might have more data, less data, or whatever. But the deal here to pay the least is to not get too attached to the phone number. You might be able to port it or not, but generally I like to use my Google Voice number. Whenever someone needs to call me, my Google Voice number rings instead of whatever new cell phone number that's on the cell phone. So for this $20 a month, you get 8 gigabytes a month, which is one of the best. I did my comparison with a lot of different carriers, as you'll see. I'm going to talk about this in a little bit. So it's $10 a month, and I actually tried this, and the thing I like about this cell phone service is that I can actually enable tethering. As you will see, that other companies, they may not include this tethering service, but Mint does. So if you were using Freedom Pop before, they sent out this email saying, hey, okay, you know, you can move over to Ting if you want. $6, unlimited talk and text. But then if you're gonna use any data, and most people are gonna use data, you're gonna add another $4 per gigabyte. So right there, it's $10 a month already. But you only get 1 gigabyte. With Mint Mobile, you get 8 gigabytes. In my experience, if I try to limit my data usage a lot, yes, I can get it under 1 gigabyte, but it's not comfortable. 8 gigabyte, it's really comfortable. I actually had 5 gigabytes before, and you know, I tried to use it as much as I can, and I still only use about 2 or 3 gigabytes. This is a result of me using Freedom Pop and really knowing where my data is going, and now I don't really need to use all that much data. The next carrier I want to look at is Free Up, which is something that some people have recommended in the comment section. You do get it for free, but you only get 250 minutes talk and 250 texts. Unlimited hotspot Wi-Fi, but this is not LTEs. You know, I really enjoy having, you know, data anywhere, especially if you're going to use GPS, then you know you absolutely need some sort of data. So let's also take a look at Unreal Mobile, which is not as good a deal. You get unlimited everything, 3 gigabyte LTE, $20 a month. Okay, maybe you don't want 3 gigabyte. Maybe you want to go to 1 gigabyte, which is, you know, $10 a month still. So at the $10 price point, Mint Mobile still beats everyone out in terms of getting you 8 gigabytes every single month. You might also still want to look at Freedom Pop because they still offer this on the AT&T network. Basic 200 megabytes per month, 200 minutes, 500 texts. Now, I have to say 200 megabytes of data is not very much at all. You're going to blow through this very quickly with the applications that you run these days. 2 gigabytes is a reasonable amount to me. Even with my frugal data usage, I feel like, you know, this is a comfortable amount, but then they're charging you $25 a month. So comparing a lot of different carriers, I feel like Mint Mobile is, you know, a very good bang for the buck for now. So here's a spreadsheet of comparison of data plans from all these carriers between 1 gigabyte and 3 gigabytes or so, around there. The best deal for you, of course, is to figure out how much data you actually need to use. Once you have this nailed down, is it 1 gigabyte, 3 gigabyte, 8 gigabyte, then you go around searching for different carriers and seeing how much each one of them charge, and then you just buy the lowest plan for the needs that you have. If you have very high data needs, you might want to consider trying to figure out ways to reduce this. Sometimes if you have background app refresh, using cellular data, this might just gobble it up a lot. Sometimes if you can defer watching a lot of videos when you're mobile. Instead, you only watch videos when you're at home, like I personally do most of the time. Then you can reduce the amount of data usage that you use on the mobile network by a lot. You can also wait until that you're on Wi-Fi before you update any kind of apps. All these things isn't that big an inconvenience to me. It's just kind of shifting any kind of data intensive activity that you have on your phone to when you're on Wi-Fi, as simple as that. So I actually paid 60 some dollars out of my own pocket in order to get this Mint mobile service, because all my other free options just kind of dried up. So I actually had to pay out of pocket for this. If you guys are interested in signing up for Mint Mobile, I do have a referral link down in the video description below. Now, I feel like no matter how you look at this, $10 for 8 gigabytes every single month, it's a really, really good deal. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to give me a like, comment down below. Let me know if you think about switching over to this Mint Mobile thing. In my experience, using Mint Mobile has been kind of like a no fuss deal. They're not going to charge you left and right, put all these hidden things, saying, oh yeah, we can charge your credit card because, you agreed to it, like Freedom Pop does. So using Mint Mobile, I feel like they're a reputable company. They're only going to charge you, making sure that you're going to be charged for a certain amount before actually charging you, rather than kind of sneaking it under the rug, trying to charge you for stuff. Freedom Pop has this weird habit of trying to make sure your card is actually active. So they actually charge my credit cards a penny, and then somehow they like refund it just to make sure that your card is active. And like I said before, they charge you some top-up fee, like $20, that is not absolutely spelled out. So this kind of earning money tactic is absolutely really, really annoying, and one of the main reasons I'm moving away from this and rather paying a little bit of money for Mint Mobile instead. So that's all I have to say for that. Don't forget to push that subscribe button and ring that bell icon. Thanks for watching.